यार
नहीं करे तो अच्छा है।
नहीं कर रहा है, कोई बात नहीं, मत चलो।
मत कीजिए।
नहीं नहीं, don't worry about it, nothing.
Sorry, just leave it then, है ना?
No, no, okay, don't worry about it, done.
Because this is only personal life, not yoga. Yeah. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Om Namaste to everyone. Jai Shri Krishna to everyone. So myself, I'm Nabnita. I belong to West Bengal in India. So I speak Bengali. আমি বাংলায় কথা বলি. And I'm married to South Indian. My husband is from Andhra Pradesh. Not Andhra Pradesh anymore. He's from Warangal. So it's part of Telangana now. So I do speak Telugu as well. And do speak Hindi, English, and a bit of Tamil as well, because before I came to UK, I was working as a software engineer in Tata Consultancy Services. And then when I conceived my second child, I left my job and joined my husband in UK here to give him company. Actually, first I came to take a sabbatical, for 1 year sabbatical. I didn't have the idea of settling down here because I never thought I will be able to settle down in a foreign country. I always wanted to stick to my own country because quite attached to India still now. Given the opportunity, I would probably just take a flight and go. So yeah, with the idea of just taking 1 year vacation, I came here and then I conceived my second child. And then we decided that we'll just settle here because my husband wanted the children around him. And that's how I stayed back. But because of no domestic help, and I was not used to doing all sorts of household work because I was working as an IT engineer. So I had all the domestic help. It took a big toll on my physical health, actually. I had developed severe spondylitis during the pregnancy itself because of less vitamin D and also the stress that I had to go through because of no domestic help. My husband also tried his best to help me, but that was not enough. I was probably not ready for so much of physical stress when we have to do everything. And I had my older son already with me. He was just 2.5 years old that time. Not 2.5 years old, sorry, miscalculating. 4 years, nearly getting ready to go to reception. So he was quite demanding at that time. And at that time, the pregnancy, everything added a lot of stress. And I had developed severe spondylitis. I actually lost a lot of weight, and it was like, I thought I might not be able to survive for long. So it was at that, I was kind of at that age of life where I was like thinking, will I be able to, because my digestion, everything went for a toss. And then yoga is something I was quite attached to when I was in India. Before I moved to UK, I used to follow Baba Ramdev on TV on Astha channel, and it's my mother-in-law who introduced me to Baba Ramdev yoga, especially the breathing exercises. Yoga, as all of us, most of us, not this family, I know as a PYPT family, we all are familiar with how good pranayams are, how good breathing exercises are. But in general, I think almost everybody thinks yoga as few asanas or few poses, and that's all you do, and your body has to be flexible to be able to do yoga. That's all even I was aware of, because in school we used to do few yogasan, that's all. And I knew few yogasan, but only by doing some poses every now and then, sporadically, not continuously on a regular basis, doesn't help. And that is when my mother-in-law kind of introduced pranayama. So I used to do the practice, but after I moved here, because of so much of household work, stress, lot of work, I kind of didn't even bother practicing, and it took a toll. As I said, got into a lot of health problem. So that's a bit about my family. My husband is still in IT job. He still works with TCS, and I've got 2 boys. My older son is now 16. I moved to UK when he was just 2 years, 8 months or so. And the second one is now 11 years. I got back into my yoga practice last year when lockdown started. By then, I have my health problem, more and more health problem got added up. The added health problem that came along was palpitation. I was not able to sleep. Can you imagine at this age, I was having palpitation in the night. So I could literally hear the thumping of heart and I won't be able to sleep. So there are weeks I couldn't sleep because of the palpitation and extreme anger because I used to have a severe indigestion problem. And because of that, I never realized that gas, indigestion actually goes and affects your nervous system. And when your nervous system is agitated, you tend to become anxious, tend to get worried about small things, and you take a toll on your family. You take it out on your family. So sometimes we see anger as a separate standalone problem. But as I became more and more knowledgeable, I realized they are all byproduct of your inefficient digestive system. So until unless you really take care of your good health, which is good sleep and good food, doing yoga, keeping yourself calm, that's not going to get sorted. So got back into yoga practice, but then I started without any training. I got trained a little bit later. Whatever I could, practice because of my watching Baba Ramdev's video. I used to watch his CD. I have few CDs which has whole package of his pranayam, whole package of his asanas. I used to practice just looking at that and then started telling my friends, come, let's practice together. So we started practicing together from last lockdown. And some of them felt it's very good. And of course, it's not only looking at the CD, I also felt the benefit. I kept on sharing what benefit it has brought into my body. And they started liking it and they started spreading the word. And that's how I have come up with my own yoga group now. And then I was thinking of, getting properly certified. It's not only to get the qualification, also to reinforce my learning and making sure that I am aware of all health and safety bit, and also, to be guided by gurus like Sarvanji, Darshan Lalji, and other people who are associated with PYPT. So when I did the training, I think my knowledge was kind of reinforced. And now also I do quite a lot of research, and time to time I work with Sarvanji, and he helps. As you all know, he's amazing, kind-hearted person. He keeps helping me to learn more and more. Helps me to correct if I'm not doing anything properly. And about the benefit that the yoga has brought into me, first thing is addressing my digestion. Okay, and so when it comes to digestion, I realized that it's not only doing Kapalbhati and not only doing pranayam, the food habit, the lifestyle also comes into picture. So if you are just thinking that I'm doing pranayam and still not getting the benefit that I should be getting, it's probably about time you need to take a peek into your lifestyle, the kind of food you're eating, your portion size, everything will matter. So when I started putting all the pieces together like a proper jigsaw puzzle, then it started offering the benefit I was looking for. So digestion problem is still a little bit there, to be honest, but it is almost at the point where it is nearly getting sorted out. And I can see a big difference because of regular practicing of yoga. Nervous system is much calmer, cooler, and I can take better decisions. And I have started saying no to things which I never used to say no before. And because of that, I used to take too much pressure on my head that I have to do 50 things at a time. And when I cannot manage the stress, I used to take it out on my family or being stressed out at work, and which used to take a toll on me and my family. So now I know how to say no to things. I know how to give priority to things which needs priority rather than trying to multitask and get overwhelmed. and I know when to stop and give myself some time. And when I do yoga, I'm actually giving the time to myself, which is very much required because most of us forget to give time to ourselves. And we tend to give our 200%, I won't say even 100%, 200% or 500% to our family or to whoever needs our attention, but forget to look after ourselves. So by doing yoga, it gave me the feeling that I am looking after myself. And when you look after yourself, that self-love, self-care, it's not about being selfish. It is about keeping yourself healthy and fit to be able to look after others. Okay. And because I'm able to offer the benefit that I'm realizing to others, that gives me a bit of satisfaction. And that satisfaction and happiness definitely brings, a lot of difference to your mental well-being. And over the past few months, because of lockdown and so many things that we have gone through, losing some relatives, so many things we have gone through, and it is taking toll on us. But when we do yoga, because of the way yoga, especially the pranayams, work on your nervous system, it just helps you to stay grounded in your life, helps you to take better decisions, helps you to stay healthy. And because so many people are sharing together, helps you to understand that what can help you to take a better decision. Do I need to change my food habit? Do I need to change my sleeping pattern? Do I need to stop eating certain kind of food? All those things come into picture, and you are kind of connected with bigger community. And when you are serving a bigger community, you are doing something really good. And I think that itself brings a lot of benefits to your body, because when your nervous system is calm, as Sarvanji keeps saying, you are activating your parasympathetic nervous system, and that itself brings your body into the relaxed and digestive mode. And I think that is very important. And over a period of time, that has taken utmost priority to me as well. I think when we bring our body to digestive mode and relaxed mode, that's when your body kind of gets the maximum benefit. So importance is relax your body, relax your mind. You will see that a lot of things will get sorted out on your way. So with that, I think I have shared quite a few things I've gone through. I think I can share more if I'm asked any question.
Okay, well, let's open up to anybody wants to ask any question or anybody wants to ask something.
I think Nabnita, I think when you said about loving yourself, self-care, I mean, I didn't, to be honest with you, I didn't know about this myself until last year when Darshanji said, when he was Sarvanji also himself, he used to say, love yourself. And I felt all my life, actually, I felt that was very selfish, because God's teaching, it doesn't teach you like that. That's being selfish.
Sorry, was that a question? Sorry, I missed it.
I think, sorry, it's okay.
So you, was that a question like self-love, is that selfishness?
Yeah, self-love, I think, was sort of selfish. Or, did you felt that when you sort of, did you felt the same way, about?
I used to think before I kind of started appreciating self-love. So what is self-love? I don't care about my body. What was happening is, because I didn't care about myself, I was very careless about my own health. And what happened? I went into indigestion, and my indigestion affected my nervous system. And that's why I was getting angry. And I hated myself. Actually, I never used to look at the mirror, how I looked like. But when I realized that caring about yourself actually in turn helps you to stay calm and helps you to better serve your family, better care for your family, because you are taking a toll on your family when you are getting angry, when you are getting irritated, right? And you are able to, when I stay calm, then I'm able to help people better than when I'm not calm. So that calmness, that groundedness came only from yoga and meditation. I do a bit of meditation as well, because meditation really helps to calm down the nervous system. So I think this self-care is not being, not having materialistic gain. This is like spiritual gain, which in turn is going to kind of radiate to other people than just restricting it to yourself.
You see, we are good at loving everybody else, but we don't know how to love yourself. Love yourself is the first stage of yoga. Then you can look after others.
Yeah,
Purpose
I
of
know,
life. Purpose of life. Purpose of life.
But I thought religion actually, God sort of teach you to, help others and help others really. You just drop everything and you just go and help them.
But surely to help others,
yourself.
first help others, you have to help yourself first. You have to be healthy, then you can look after others. Otherwise, you can't.
That's why. I learned this from from last year. A bit late, I suppose.
Nabnita, I think my life story is, most of it is similar to yours, because I came into this country in 1976 and leaving the luxury life behind. And this really hit me hard after I got married and got settled here, that you have to do everything yourself, and the responsibility of the family and extended family. And doing things for others came first before myself. And I used to get very stressed and angry as well with everybody in the house, especially children. And that wasn't really fair. And in 2008, I think my sister had moved well before. After I came in 76, I think she came in 80s somewhere. My sister Sulu, she takes yoga with me every Saturday as well. And I used to open out to her, and I used to cry all the time. The amount of work, traveling to work, coming back to kids, nobody to help, very, very stressful life. And working from 5:30 to 10:30 at night, not having time enough with the kids. And there was nobody, actually, literally nobody to help, because all my family was in Africa at that time. And then when my sister came, she introduced me to yoga. She said, why don't you try yoga? And then in 2008, I think Swamiji had come here and in Harrow. And that's when I went for the first time. And then we went to India for the training, level 1. And level 1 we did here, but level 3 we went to India as well. And we stayed in Yogram. And it was a good experience. And my sister taught me how to calm yourself. Really, I really appreciate my sister Sulochana. Her name is Sulochana. I call her Didi because she's older than me. Although I look older than her. But anyway, and I had put on so much of weight because of depression. And, I used to eat odd times, never a tiny junk food, like never proper food cooked. Like because of work time and everything, didn't get enough time to look after myself. And the food was finished by the time I went home from work. Whatever was cooked, all the other family members had it, but nobody thought of me. So I had to just do with what there was, basically. That sort of a life. But anyway, whatever happened, maybe it was meant to be like that. And when yoga opened up to me, I really learned that if I get angry with somebody, if I don't get along with anybody, that is my problem. It's not their problem. I have to improve myself, right? And I started yoga with my sister. And then over here, we trained well in India. And when we came here, we opened up our own class. And Jyoti Joshi helped us to open up our class. And she came in for a while to make sure that we're doing everything okay. And since then, 2010, we've been running classes. And till today, I have just seen how I've changed myself through yoga. I've become so calm. I approach with any problems that are there with a positive attitude, not to get angry, get along with everybody, be happy within yourself. And as you said, I learned if you're not happy within yourself, if you're not satisfied, content, you will not make people around you happy.
No, never. So that is very important.
Yeah, so that is really important. And to look after yourself, as you said, lifestyle, I changed my lifestyle. Limited timings on sleep, eat, whenever you have to, you don't snack in between, things like that. Even my kids, I teach them the same sort of a thing. Sometimes they don't listen to me, but I try my best to teach whoever I come across that how much sleep is important, how much eating on time is important. Like early in the morning, you drink water, how you drink your water. I've taught them so many things that I've learned through yoga. And it is Param Pujya Swamiji's Ashirwad that I have literally changed my life through his teachings. And people like Sarvanji, Darshanji, who ran the yoga training over here and taught us so many things as well before we reached out to Haridwar. It was really nice. And this is like a similar story to yours. And now I give so much time to yoga, and I really enjoy my life and I enjoy myself, actually. And I make sure everybody around me are happy and content as well.
I think I have found a mission for myself. I was like, I don't know where I was heading. Is it only looking after family life? And then I was frustrated because I left behind a big career.
Yeah.
I think at some point, all these things don't matter. How many cars you have, how much big mansion you have, they are nothing to you.
That's right. And my mother, I never forget what my parents told me. They told me that it is in Gujarati that told me ke bijanu mahal joine potani jhupdi nahi todwani. That is, I don't know how to translate it in English, but it says that looking at other people's castles, do not break your hut that you live in. Okay?
Yes. So, yes.
I don't know whether it's not the same in English translation.
No, I do get the meaning, and it's the same everywhere.
That means you work within what you have. Be satisfied with what you have.
Absolutely.
It's a big teaching that they taught me, you know. And
contentment.
I've gone through life difficult times, very difficult times over the time. And my sister was here. I've got two sisters here now. After me, they moved after I came to London. So I've got my older sister who's like a mom to me, and my Didi sister Sulu. She's just nearby, so I can turn to her anytime I want. So she's there to help as well. So I'm lucky to have them in my life as well. That's the only family I have in mind. Everybody else is in Africa. I've lost my parents, unfortunately, over the years, and I've got my brother who lives in South Africa. Eventually, we were in Zambia, and he moved to South Africa now. So at least we've got a home to go to whenever we feel like. So it's nice. It's nice that
Sulu is there as well.
Suluji is there. I was about to say. She's loving today.
She's a great yoga teacher. I'm telling you.
I know
she teaches me so many things.
Can we see Suluji as well? Can we see here?
I think
where is Suluji?
Unmute yourself, Suluji. You can mute yourself. And she took one of the class here for us as well. Excellent class, you know.
Hi, Didi.
Hi.
Namaste, Suluji.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I haven't gone through what my sister has gone through. I've had a very easy life.
Yeah.
So you can see the difference two sisters have. One has really gone through a stressful life. Like my life has been so easy. I've never seen stress. I've never seen difficulties in my life. So I don't know what difficulties are, you know. So it's been so different when you hear stories about.
Yeah, it all depended on Didi what the family was like you went into. That's what it was like. So some people are lucky to have a good family. Some people have tough family that you have to deal with. So, but anyway,
ये सब पहले जन्म में क्या किया उसका असर है.
हाँ, ऐसे है ना.
ऐसे कुछ हो सकता है.
I believe it's my karma.
That's what I'm saying. Your karma.
And actually, when I was born, we were born in Malawi. We are 4 sisters and 1 brother. We were all born in Malawi. At the old time, it was Rhodesia. And I think when I was about 6 or 7, we learned Gujarati there. And since that age, I remember Gujarati. We didn't learn when we moved to Zambia after that. My dad extended his business over there. So we moved to Zambia, and the whole family went with him. And that's where we did our education. And we didn't learn Gujarati there. We learned when we were very little in Malawi. And we still remember how to read, write, everything. Even at the age of 6 and 7, we left Gujarati learning, but we still know how to read and write. So that is one great thing my parents have taught us, our tongue language, mother tongue language, yeah? And then when we moved to Zambia, we did our primary education there. And secondary education, my sister was lucky she stayed with my parents because she passed that age when secondary school had started for her. Like me, when I had to start, I had to go for military services. And I think parents were not happy for girls to go for military services with local people. And that's when they got stressed. So I was sent to a boarding school in Rajasthan in India. So 5 years I was in a boarding school in Sophia High School in Mount Abu. And my sister had passed that age, so she carried on studying over there. And then from there on.
You're lucky. Mount Abu is a hill station, lovely holiday spot.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Beautiful place anyway.
That's right.
Rajasthan was, I used to cry every day when I was in a boarding school. Why me? I have to go away from my parents and you know, you don't get good food. You get good food, but it's not as good as homemade food like mom's. And after I left school, I appreciated how much I learned. They taught us everything in that school except cooking. They taught us all the sports, everything, literally, drama, arts, your studies, your hobbies that you have, you're like hockey and basketball and skating, ice rink skating, roller skating. I've learned a lot, horse riding, so many things. And when I went back home to Zambia, my dad had a bicycle shop. So we used to have new bicycles all the time. We got a chance to ride new bicycles all the time. My sister must remember. We didn't have much then. My dad had a big struggle when he started. He moved from India and then he went to Malawi. And then he didn't have anything because he had the debt of his dad as well to pay. And I remember when he didn't have even to sort of buy a new suit, he had to sort of struggle to buy his new suit. But when I was born, that's what they said. I was the youngest one. That's when Lakshmi came in. So I think my dad progressed a bit more after my birth. So they counted me lucky, but I'm not sure. And then when the Jyotish saw my hand and he did my Janmashka, he said, "ये लड़की पैसे में खेलेगी, वो इतना पैसा होगा उसके पास, इतनी सुखी होगी." Okay, never mind. My mom appreciated that. And then one thing he forgot, when I came here, I worked for a while. I worked for John Lewis for a while in accountancy. And then my husband needed help in his business. So I had to leave my job and help him out. So I had to travel from London to Milton Keynes all the time. I used to stay in Milton Keynes for 5 days, 2 days back to London. And we had a post office and I had lots of money to deal with, lots and lots. Oh my God. But just Jyotish, she forgot to say, "Hamara paisa nahi, mara paisa nahi, but bijana paisa ki boj kheli hai." You know, like other people's money, not my own money. I think he forgot to write that. That is just a joke, but I still remember those days when my mom told me, "Okay, this is what Jyotish said." You know, so I said, "Mom, I think he's made a mistake. He forgot to write that other people's money." But anyway. So anything else you want to say?
Anybody else want to ask anything to Nabnita ji?
Sorry, I went on with my life there.
No, it's good. No, it's kind of sometimes good to open up which way.
Yeah.
And also, Nabnita might be not fair to herself. Obviously, I didn't know her 3 months ago, probably. I went, first time we met 3 months ago, 4 months ago, actually, because through the training, when I did the first level online training, she attended, that's when she got the level 1 training. And then after that, somehow we were connected, and then we did the first acupressure class together, and other things happened. So I'm saying is, and I found her very honest and very kind of hardworking, and she had a lot of health issues as well. As she talked to me openly. And we try to work together using the pranayama, asana, mudra, acupressure, and hopefully, and try to diagnose the illness. And then obviously bought the acupressure set as well, which hopefully helped her as well. And it's like we're working together now in a kind of, we are in partnership in a sense, working to promote health throughout the world, throughout our community, PYPT community or anybody if you have there, and also we're doing this, but like just now we're working for individually one-to-one consultation as well, where one child, 12 years old, has a tailbone with sticking out of a kind of back problem. So he has a sore back.
It's kind of bent like that.
Bent like that side.
Okay.
So we're working, we'll be doing him 20 sessions every half hour every day for 5 days a week, and trying to do all the exercise, different mudra, what food to eat, what to do. And you can, we can actually see the improvement in it. Before he used to sit like this because of the pain. Now he can see me standing still. And also we do a children's class yoga as well. He came and took some of the classes himself. The boy became more confident through yoga.
Nice.
That's it. So you can see even her mother feels the child looks always standing up and more posture change. And that's what we're working together to do that as well. And we're planning to, there's a charge for it. We charge people for that one-to-one. It takes a lot of effort. We need to do the research and come back and actually package what to eat, what pranayam to do, what asana to do, and what mudra. It's not just it's all holistic care. As Nabnita said, any one thing won't fix you. It's a bit of everything put together. Good sleep, good kind of exercise, good bowel movement, drinking plenty of water, intermittent fasting, depending on age and things like that. We did all those kind of things. So that's what we're planning to do now. Probably charge and kind of people on some kind of charge will work out, which will be if somebody's got a certain problem. And even I'm moving into a new house where we might do a health farm, bring 4 or 5 people just for a weekend or 3 days or 5 days where we can do weight loss. And I'm buying a new house, which is a farmland, which is open ground. So I'm planning to do that from there, just for people I know, not for public, just for people we know. So there's kind of, it's like a community, it's like a family thing. So, and Nabnita has been very, and she had a lot of health issues, obviously, she's not telling everything. She's trying to, obviously, it's her choice what she wants to say. I can't disclose. It's like she like daughter to me, and whatever she told me is between me and her. So anything she wants to tell, that's her choice. She doesn't want to tell, that's her choice. But she has improved a lot. I can see the difference in her.
I just forgot to mention that I have one side polio, actually.
That's right. That's a very important issue.
Yeah.
And
I just forgot about that. Because yoga has made me forget that.
That's the important thing. Polio is the one affecting her life. All her life is like a part of her thing. One leg is longer than other. How she managed to, and when she had been doing yoga, you don't feel anything there. You can't tell. I didn't know that either until she told me one day. Then I was shocked. I said, God, and you never told me that. And so I'm really,
one side is weaker. One side is weaker. So right side is.
Yeah. But you managed to be positive through yoga in previous what you've done in India as well, and what you learned here, and now you're teaching a lot of people daily basis. You're taking class 6 days a week and all that as well, and it's like you can see the difference in her. I can see her. She's more positive, more kind of happy, more content. Even she's working late hours. Sometimes she phones me up to 11 o'clock night and we're talking about the yoga thing, and she's so excited and everything else. That's what yoga does to you, gives you more confidence.
Yeah, another thing is because of indigestion problem, and that's what I'm telling, because indigestion can affect you so many ways. I've started developing very bad dry skin on top of my upper eyelid. And so I didn't know what was causing that. I was applying all sorts of cream. Nothing was helping. And when I started doing the regular pranayam, that's when I saw that. And also I made some changes in my food habit. Yeah. I'm seeing that slowly. Now you can't see that. And a lot of things have started. Discoloration on top of the eyes and dry skin. It used to be flaky all the time. They call it, if you are familiar with the medical term, it's called, pardon me if I'm not getting it right, it's called blepharitis, something like that. So if you go to GP, they'll say it's blepharitis and they'll give some steroid cream, which is not at all good, which I did apply sometime because I was so desperate because it was causing me a lot of trouble. It used to be itchy all the time. I'll be all the time scratching my eyes and flaky on top of the upper eyelid. And so I attended few Ayurveda sessions. And when I came to know about the sesame oil, avocado oil, all those things, applying those and pranayam, it's sorted.
Yeah. How are you enjoying the nitric oxide exercise? Nabnita ji? Just your comment, your professional comment.
Yeah, and nitric oxide exercises are amazing because it is helping with your immune system. I think it's going to help with people who are suffering from hay fever, allergy.
Anything in the nasal, yeah.
Yeah, I think I just want to say that we need allergy-free society because antihistamine, Piriton, and I work in school.
Especially to children, children are affected.
Yeah, that's what I was coming to say. People, there are children who has a dose of Piriton every single day in the springtime because they can't cope up with the hay fever because of the pollen. Okay. And they're having every single day, they take Piriton at home and come to school. And we even have Piriton in school in case it goes worse again during the day, which is something going to take a toll on their learning, their nervous system, their brain.
I think Piriton long term, their health will be affected by that.
Yeah.
How are you going to get that?
Nabnita, I wanted to know, how do you love yourself?
Loving ourselves. Yes, coming to that. So one thing is the way I have brought in self-love is I have picked up something that I enjoy. Yoga is one of them. And I have a polio leg. From childhood, I've been wanting to learn dancing, which I haven't done because of the fear of not being able to do, because the other side, one leg is very weak. So probably I'll fall over. But yoga has given me the confidence to take up something that I have been wanting to learn, something which has been inside me. I couldn't do it because I was afraid and I thought I can never do it. So doing something that is kind of something that you really like, that itself starts bringing self-love to yourself, because when you do that, you really feel satisfied, right? And singing, I love singing and dancing. I'm not saying I'm a good singer, I'm a good dancer, but I'm doing something that makes me feel happy.
That's right. Okay? So you're giving time to yourself, basically.
I'm giving time to myself to nurture all the hobbies that I had been, thinking of taking up, but something stopped me, either in confidence because I thought I cannot do it. And of course, my husband has encouraged me a lot. He has not stopped me from doing anything. That is something that we all need. Your family member needs to support you. And also I made,
And if you look into the mirror and say to yourself, I love myself, I look so beautiful. Be confident in yourself. Whatever you are, and you are the most beautiful person in the world.
Yes. That's why if you attended my class, I say in my class every time, stand, stand naked in front of a mirror and go.
You have to love yourself. That's what it is.
Yes.
And do something you enjoy.
That's why I sit in every class.
Over the time, through stress, I suffered from Bell palsy. I don't know if everybody knows what Bell palsy is.
Yes, your face dips on one side.
Yeah, you can still notice a bit, but over the time, I've done a lot of exercises. And doctor said it can come back again, but I don't want the stress again because I've changed myself and I've loved myself now. Whatever it
come back. If you do pranayama, it won't come back.
No, because I carry on doing my pranayama. I've given time for yoga in the morning, 2 to 3 hours, whatever I have. And then I start work, daily course of the grandkids.
The thing is, Bell's palsy is like a small stroke for short period. For 10 seconds, 20 seconds, your blood gets clogged up. It doesn't go to the brain, and brain gets droopy. And then blood opens up again. But
and
then
your face goes,
so you're dripping from one side and everything else.
Yes. So I have my right hand side is very weak than left. But I've worked and I've strengthened my muscles and I've strengthened myself. I've tried to get my face back to normal.
The thing is, for Dasaji, the face exercise you do, that will really help you.
Yeah.
All the face exercise and also the tongue exercise. Tongue exercise. All these will help with the actual prevention.
Yeah. It has been some time though, but I've come over it.
No, I know one thing, but you still have to keep doing it. It's like a prevention is better than cure,
Yes.
It's very regular, it won't happen.
And how to love yourself is you have to learn to say no. You don't overwork yourself. Don't stress yourself.
That's it.
Learn to say no to things according to your preferences as well. So that will see how important you are in life.
Another thing I find is don't have any expectation. When you have expectation,
same pinch I was going to say.
see, when you have
Zero
expectation, you don't get it, then you get disappointed and you get stressed.
That's right.
So I don't know. I like to run my life like a water. Just flow, which way the something hota hai, tabhi खुश रहो, nahi hota, tabhi खुश hai. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
No, that's. Anybody else?
Do you know what is Cushing syndrome?
What's that?
It's something to do with adrenal gland producing too much of cortisol, is it?
Cortisol. It's just hormone.
Yeah.
That's the stress hormone.
Stress
Yeah.
hormone.
So do you know anything about Cushing syndrome?
I don't know. I can investigate. But one thing, if you're talking about the stress, that's so all the exercise we did with nitric oxide and also vagus nerve, all that will activate the parasympathetic nerve system, which will release the stop the cortisol from getting into your bloodstream, and your body will relax, and you go in the state of your breathing will go down as well, and your
Sorry, do you know what's the spelling? Sorry, even I heard.
Yeah, it's CUSHING syndrome.
SY.
So sorry, I didn't quite. CUS.
CUS.
Yeah.
HING.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Cushing's. It says Cushing's disease.
Syndrome.
Syndrome.
Yeah, syndrome. Yeah. Condition caused by having too much of a hormone called cortisol in your body. Common symptoms include more body fat on your chest, tummy, neck, or shoulders. Your face may also be red and puffy. Depends on the cause. It's usually treated by stopping or reducing any steroid medicine you are taking.
You see,
so basically reducing stress and also stop all the steroid medicines.
It's partly related to liver problem. Liver creates a steroid, it's like a chemical factory. That's why.
Yeah, it's often caused by taking steroid medicine, especially steroid tablets for a long time.
Yeah, now, the sad thing is, it's my friend's daughter who has had it, and they put her on steroids. What they want to do next month, they want to operate and cut one of her adrenal glands.
That's in the back of the back, over the cover of the kidney.
Yeah, so they want to cut one so that there's less cortisone produced, right? And I don't think this is the solution.
Yoga will help.
No, this can be very well managed with yoga.
Yoga will create the balance. That's what yoga does. If it's overactive thyroid, underactive brings it back to normal. And that's what's happening with the adrenal gland. It's producing too much cortisol, so you have to reduce it down. So you have to press the thymus gland. Thymus gland will create more and increase your immune system, and also your vagus nerve will produce more parasympathetic nerve system activate. That will release your cortisol and help you to balance the whole body up. You can always fight infection with different things. And how you do it is a surgery is a quick fix, but then it will give you a side effect afterward, after long term. So choice, obviously.
Yeah, she has been taking steroids for past, I think, 6-7 months.
That's what caused it.
After the operation, she has to continue for about 18 months. Now, can you imagine the amount of steroids in her body?
God, it's a lot.
When my son was severely asthmatic when he was quite young, so he had to have the preventive, it's a steroid one every single day. And those days he used to be quite heavy. And I didn't know much about yoga that time. I knew breathing exercises, but the sympathetic, parasympathetic, stress, relax mode, all those things I didn't know. But all I have noticed is when he started taking up a lot of exercises, and the asthma also kind of came under control, and his weight also came under control. Now he's quite nice and slim, but he was very fat and he was going towards obesity. We were really concerned, and it's all because of the
steroids.
The preventer inhaler, which has the, the formula, I forgot the formula, but it's a steroid one. because they have to take the preventer one. People who are severely asthmatic and used to have frequent attacks. So they had to, the GP had put him on preventer inhaler, which you have to take every single day, 2 puffs in the morning, 2 puffs in the night before going to bed.
Yeah.
And which was taking a toll.
Yeah, I've gone through that, and then I went for Buteyko. Have you heard of Buteyko? He's a Russian guy who teaches you how to breathe. I think it's similar to Kapalbhati, you know, but he says do shallow breathing and try and keep the carbon dioxide inside you. And I practiced that, and that got rid of my asthma completely. And then I went to naturopath and I worked on that, and that helped me. But yeah, steroids is very, very bad.
One thing I will say to you, because it's like there are a lot of good doctors, a lot of good system in place for you to promote health. But the problem is, as a Patanjali family, all we knew is, even Swamiji made the yoga so simple, so basic. That itself able to cure. So I'm not saying not to go to somebody else. I'm not criticizing anybody. All I'm saying to you is we want to make it simple and that and less cost effective, so people can do it and promote health and prevent illness. And that's what Swamiji mission is. And that's why I like his way of teaching. What he's done is last year and a half I've been doing a lot of research on different illness, and it comes down to what he's teaching is good for everything. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it is good for everything. Name anything.
Yeah.
And all the Ayurvedic herbs.
Yeah.
Those along with the pranayams.
I said to you, I used to get flu every year. My dad was a doctor, used to get injection every year. He still used to get flu, very severe. Since I met Swamiji doing yoga and taking Arogvati, which is Giloi, 50%, Neem 25%, Tulsi. I've been taking one tablet every day for the last 15 years. I've never had any flu, never throat. And I've been traveling around the world, all over. Even when there was swine flu, I was traveling around with nothing, no mask, nothing at all. I never had any issue at all. It worked for me. I don't know. Giloi is one of the best things. It's like it's good. It's like a tri-dosa. Doesn't know what dosa you have, Vayu, Pitta, and Kapha. All three helps in all three and promote good. Even we give it to cancer patient as well. Yeah. So really, that's how important it is, you know.
Yeah. Is there such thing as eye shingles?
It's similar.
Ramanji,
brother-in-law.
Which tablet you're talking about? Can I know the name? Arogyavati? Is it Arogyavati?
That's it, Arogyavati. Sorry.
Arogyavati. And anybody can take it?
Yeah, that's because it's just a very, very mild form of Giloi, Neem, and Tulsi. And I just took one tablet per day, that's all, in the morning with my breakfast.
Okay,
that's what I did that's what I've been taking for the last 15 years, every day. Doesn't matter.
It's for immune system.
Yeah, it's overall. Giloi increases your white blood cell. And the Tulsi and Neem, they all have different parts for liver function and for lung function. So really, all three helps together. All I'm saying to you, I used to sell Swamiji products, so I know all about which herbs is good for what thing. Trifla powder, I know all about all those things. And that's why any knowledge I'm giving, even when I did training, I talked about all this in my Ayurvedic class as well. I'm not an Ayurvedic doctor, but I have enough knowledge to talk to my brother and sister and give them enough information to give them knowledge. So when they talk to a doctor, they can ask the right question and get the right information.
What is Sudarshan Ghanvati for? Sudarshan Ghanvati. People were saying about Sudarshan Ghanvati. What this was for?
So that's the name I heard first time. And I heard Ghanvati is like a very
concentrated one.
Concentrated one. So, but the first word I haven't heard before. So that might be something new. So I have no knowledge of that. I can find out for you, no problem.
Okay. Thank you, Arogyavati.
I was talking about eye shingles. Yes, one of my cousins has badly got this. Every time he gets infected, it comes into shingles and behind his eyes, and he's getting blinded by it. He can't see. What can we do? I told him to
I think Anulam Vilom is the pranayam which helps to sort out any kind of eye-related problems.
But what I like to do is, if I was talking to the person, first find out what caused it, which incident caused it. See, once you know the cause of what's happened, then you can cure the. First is to prevent any further damage, and the second is to go back and try to cure the symptom which caused the problem.
Okay.
Then you can feel it. If he wants to talk to me, I'll be happy to help him any way I can. Whatever knowledge I have, if I don't have something, I can go to the Ayurvedic doctor in India and get information and come back to you with anything. I'll be happy to do that. No
I'll definitely pass your number to him first.
No, I'm happy to. But if you write to me in WhatsApp group, it'll be better than me. Not the group, just individually to me. Then you can write what symptom he's got. Name doesn't see medically. Names are so big a name. I get confused. I need to know the symptoms. What's the symptom and how did it cause that symptom? And then I look it back and try to find the cause of the symptom, what caused it, and then try to activate certain things to help him to manage the symptom better. It's like a lot of people don't know it, but a lot of people have piles, other things. All happens due to IBS, constipation. If you don't have a constipation, bowel cancer is the second biggest cancer in the world after breast cancer. That's why after 50, they have to be tested for bowel cancer every couple of years. For everybody over 55, 50, something like that. In Scotland anyway. I don't know in England what they do, how often. But the problem is because every time you eat food, you produce waste product. And if you don't get rid of it, you're having a sludge lying all the time. And that sludge causes the bowel cancer over the year. That's why when you go to Yogram, they give you detox. Like that's has been into Yogram, so you know how they do enema, they have to do colon therapy, they do all the kara to give you the matka lip dalte hain stomach pe. And I used to do acupressure there as well. I did yoga class there because I managed the Yogram with Swami, with Dr. Neeraj and all that as well. I used to help them out when I was there in India with the Yogram as well. And also I've been to Jindal as well. So I've got pretty good knowledge. But one thing, I don't have qualification as such. At the same time, what Swamiji taught me, he's my guru in a sense. He taught me all the basic, and I developed myself into further things to help the cause, what he's trying to do, promote health. And Nabnita has been very good support in the last couple of months. We're working together, and hopefully we can help more people. Obviously, there is some cost to people's consultation, but then it's very minimum. It's not that we're looking for, and some of the money we make, we might donate to children charity or PYPT or something else whenever we feel relevant. Together we'll do that anyway. So if you have any problem, anything specific, especially the one-to-one consultation, we're happy to help out, and we can talk individually anyway, no problem.
Nabnita, you are a young teacher, a young yoga teacher. You must be under 50. We're all over 60, 65.
I think all of you are young at heart.
We're very young at heart.
I'm getting my pension next year.
I'm only getting my pension. See, that's why I'm a rich man. I'm a rich man now. I'm getting a pension.
I haven't taken my pension yet.
but look back at it. Amount of tax I've paid over the years. I used to pay sometime £250,000, £500,000 tax, £250,000 for tax every year. And that's the kind of tax I paid. Now I'm getting a £600 a month pension, and I'm thinking, wow. But social security is a very important aspect of this country, which helping people who can't afford to. So it's very important to be all to contribute, depending on your earning, towards the social service. And I have no grudge against that. I'm quite happy. And even me and Nabnita are working together, how we can support the community. Like doing things, that's why we decided to do yoga class together every Saturday with pranayam and asana. And obviously her way of teaching young person, her way of teaching is slightly more kind of for younger generation. My teaching is more for old like me, So thank you very much. I hope you all enjoyed the session today. There was a lot of good, and good for Darsaji coming in as well to experience some of her background.
I must tell you how I pass my time these days. I mean, before the lockdown, I do a lot of community work. I'm one of the trustees of our Satyam Iskam Patidar Samaj. That's where Guruji came one of
Swamiji.
We had a meeting over there for a day. It was really nice. So I work within the Patel community, but not only Patel, everybody is a family, whoever comes in. A lot of charity work, a lot of raising. It's a charity trust anyway, Satya Viskampati Das Samaj. And people do functions over there, charitable functions, and we support them to sell tickets and raise money. So over the time, we have helped a lot of people. And then I belong to a group of Busy Bee Ladies Club. That's where we, 25 of us ladies, do, ever since our kids were born. We saw how busy London is. So our kids didn't know our culture. So we formed a group of ladies who teach them our Hindu culture, plus the English. So we celebrated all the occasions, all the Indian occasions, all the English occasions. So we didn't miss out on anything. So our kids have grown up all together. They've become friends within the 25 ladies. They become good friends as well. They know each other. And now everyone's like, my youngest is 38 and my oldest is 42. And my middle one is just going to be 40. So now they've all grown up. They still haven't forgotten those days. They remember how they had their childhood. And this Busy Bee Lady Club, now we don't have that energy, but we do our own Navratri. We did a lot of charitable work, a lot of shows, nataks, the nataks like dramas and things like that. Yeah, and because of the lockdown, we've stopped. So hopefully we need to start again and build up that community spirit again and make ourselves happy because we do something that we like and enjoy, isn't it?
Thank you, Dasaji.
Dasaben. Malawi makai baju હતા તમે?
Limbi.
Limbi?
Yeah.
Daddy નું નામ શું?
Kantibai. Daddy નું નામ Kantibai. We're in Say Cycle Mart.
Kantibai.
Yes.
C.S. Patel.
C.S. Cycle Mart we had.
C.S. Patel.
Yeah. C.S. Patel.
Oh, C.S. Patel, huh? અમે મલાવીની જ છું.
કોણ છો તમે? Sorry, I don't know you. Who are you? કોણ બોલે છે?
Shakuntlaben બોલું છું.
Shakuntlaben, okay. Are you from Malawi?
હા.
But we left when you...
તમને ફોન નંબર દો, હું તમને ફોન કરીશ, ફોન ઉપર વાત કરશું આપણે.
Okay.
I'll give you, I'll give you Dasaji now. If you're happy with that, I can give a number to you as well. Both on the WhatsApp.
That's fine. Not a problem. Yeah, it's nice.
This is a good place to link with each other. That's good. But I think England match is waiting for us to watch now. We should go there and support the English team. But thank you, Nabnita ji. That was lovely, and also Dasta ji and Solo ji and everybody else took part. Meena ji, Kanta ji, Raj ji, and a lot of people didn't have camera on, but they were on. Rama ji, Jyotika ji. Chetna ji, Renu ji, and see.
Can I say one thing? Somebody was asking about Sudarshan Ganvanti. You know what happened? People, when they go to India, they take as a malaria precaution because we take every day. I have got it. I take it every one a day because it's gilo jaisi wo kadi hoti hai na. So
Sudarshan Churran. It is Sudarshan Churran.
Oh,
just you make a tablet or churran, same thing.
Sudarshan Churran.
Sudarshan, yeah.
I think the name Sudarshan looks like your business.
Yeah, you
Sudarshan
take it as a malaria
it can kill everything, it can kill all the illness. That's what that's what the name means.
I take it for malaria when I go to India.
I think any kind of illness, it kills like dengue, malaria, everything. That's why it comes back. Obviously, I'm not expert on that one. I never heard of, because I never had that kind of experience with dengue or malaria and all that in India. We have not been there for a long period. I left when I was young. 14-year-old boy when I came here. Have a lovely time. Have a lovely evening. Thank you very much.
Enjoy the match.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sarvaji.
Om Nabnita ji. Thank you.
Nice to meet everybody. Thanks.
And nice to see Soluji all here. Thank you.
Thank you.